global AI and India's position, evolving AI strategy, responsible AI, inclusive AI, and applied AI. People build careers in the data and AI.
I am Sarita. Those who do not know me, your moderator for today's session, introducing our speaker, a true pioneer in the space of AI education, where technology, education, and opportunity converge. Dhan Yadav Katamraja, refactored AI co-founder of CAiRL, a groundbreaking organization which is born in 2012 from a mission to support US veterans in finding meaningful civilian careers. What started as a noble vision has grown into a global force for change, helping thousands from over 45 countries transition into thriving roles in data science and analytics. Colaberry and its AI-powered platform, Refactor.ai, has earned worldwide recognition from being a finalist in X Prize's rapid reskilling competition to winning applause from MIT Solve, General Motors, and then McGowan Foundation. Under Ram's leadership, Colaberry has also been named one of the fastest growing private companies in the US by INC 5000 and the Financial Times. Welcoming one more time Ramdan Yadav Katamraja, and thank you so much, Ram, for making your time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Anybody joining from US, good morning. Welcome to the official launch of CAiRL Learning Lab series. Today marks more than the launch of the program. It's the beginning of a movement to democratize access to artificial intelligence, a movement to ensure AI is built for, by, and with the people. We gather here because we believe India and we Indians have a responsibility and a historic opportunity to lead the world in AI, responsible AI, inclusive AI, and applied AI. First of all, I want to recognize who made this possible. I want to express my gratitude to all these people and many more. First, Ram Mohan Manamasa, Managing Director of Colaberry India and the founder of CAiRL. He has been instrumental from day one, putting connections and building the foundation for this launch. Next, I want to thank Sarvesh Singh, Director General of CAiRL. He brings decades of healthcare industry experience. He ensures our mission is aligned with India's national priorities, particularly through India's evolving AI strategy. Thank you, Sarvesh. And Sarita Chamurthy, who is moderating this, she took leadership and helped shape CAiRL AI Education Working Group, its operational model and strategic direction. Because of her, we are here today. She put together the entire agenda, literally making this happen. Without her, this would not be possible. Thank you, Sarita. And then we have several CAiRL interns and volunteers. You are the engine of this initiative, a lot of young people. Your research, outreach have shown that CAiRL belongs to next generation, and it's already led by you. And the last few months, the amount of work that you have done in spreading the CAiRL message is really commendable. Thank you for that. And then I'm deeply grateful to my team at Colaberry team, who has been going extra mile and supporting in all possible ways. And Colaberry, as you all know, is a founding partner who has a dual mission of workforce development and data science, AI, and machine learning consulting. We helped thousands of people build careers in the data and AI, and we work with large Fortune 100 companies, develop AI capabilities. So our philosophy of AI for impact powers our approach. And then I want to thank leadership of T-Hub and Matt, Rahul and his team. T-Hub, India's leading innovation hub. They provided a launch pad for CAiRL, in November 2024. We have where government, startups, and education intersect at the tree hub, as you all know. We also thank government of Telangana and government of India for supporting us each step of the way. We are also honored to have support from Dr. Ramji at CCMB, who brings a deep understanding of bio, AI, and life sciences are converging. Dr. Ratnakar and Dr. Redana Faba, your work in life sciences and biosciences is foundational to work in healthcare AI. And Mr. Neil Gogte, thank you for bringing grassroots engineering talent to this ecosystem. And your uh, beautiful and wonderful lectures that you have given as part of this series. And I'm sure like I'm missing many others, but without all of you involved, launching this would not be possible. I just want to kind of touch a little bit around the global AI and India's position. Today, two countries lead AI revolution, United States and China. United States dominates, as you all know, in foundational research, advanced infrastructure, talent migration. Companies like OpenAI, Meta, Google, Anthropic, and NVIDIA have been shaping the future. Have literally, they reshaped the future before our eyes in the last couple of years. And then China, meanwhile, has operationalized AI at scale across cities, industries, and public services. It leads the world in AI patents, industrial deployment, and AI in government initiatives. So, what about India, right? Despite being the world's populous country and have some of the most talented minds in tech, we are not yet among the top five AI nations. Our share of global AI reach remains low. Access to high performance compute is limited. Many colleges are still trying to figure out how to offer hands on AI education, and rural and trade two students are left behind. Uh, this has to change, and in fact, uh, it's changing. And the most gratifying thing was when we launched in 2024, November, CAiRL, this dialogue was more of a wishful thinking. But this year, as you all know, immediately after the DeepSeek, we have a lot really fast momentum that came up from the government of India. We launched, there is an India AI mission that was launched with about 10,300 or $1.25 billion commitment to accelerate AI across the country. Yeah, India's strategy includes establishing AI compute platform with world-class GPU clusters available to startups, research, and innovators. Launching India AI Innovation Center to drive frontier R&D. Building national AI dataset platform, improving accessibility to quality, trusted data for model development. Rolling out India AI Future Skills, India AI Startup Financing Schemes to empower next generation of entrepreneurs and students, creating safe and reliable India AI foundational models aligned with India needs. And probably, as you all know, Sarvam AI is given the responsibility of building the India AI foundation models. Big congratulations to them. I'm very happy to see that it kicked off in such a big way. In general, the vision is very clear for India. We need to ensure that AI becomes a public good, accessible, safe, and inclusive. India AI is a powerful infrastructure level intervention, and CAiRL is designed to activate that vision at the community level. So, as you can see, for India's ascent to become AI capital of the world, right? So, this is a visual from the latest KPMG report where they published almost like a about 40-page paper that talks about what does it take for India to become capital of the world. Number one, revolutionizing AI education, right? Two, democratizing data access. Three, global AI research hubs. India 5.0 integration and AI for Bharat, right? So all these pieces are coming together one by one, but we have to remember this is not top-down approach, right? It's not. It has to be ground up. We are a democratic country, a vibrant and chaotic country. We speak up, and we solve problems. So we all have to come together as a nation and as individuals to participate in these initiatives. And CAiRL is that one of those initiatives. So, where India builds national platforms and systems, Carl's vision is people-powered learning and innovation labs. So we have under leadership of Mr. Sarvesh Singh, we initiated a couple of working groups. One is education working group, and the other one is applied AI working group. We are the grassroots companion to India AI, enabling students, academia, research, and industry professionals and policymakers hopefully across the country to actually use that infrastructure, right? That India AI has created. CAiRL is where India AI's compute becomes classroom demos. India AI's data sets become projects. India AI's principles of safety and inclusivity become design challenges. India AI's innovation ambitions become peer-reviewed research from small towns and metro labs. We are the user layer of India AI stack. That's what we want to enable. Learning Lab series, it's one of the programs of CAiRL AI Education Working Group. We are starting off with a weekly Zoom or virtual meeting driven thing. It's an open access, open sharing AI learning experience. Our goal is to bring AI practitioners and domain experts sharing real world case studies, thought leaders bringing their visionary ideas and opinions, and hopefully there are demos, hands-on sessions, and mini projects. We will examine every topic through the lens of fairness, privacy, impact, inclusivity. Learning labs is not just about learning, but it's a place where people come together, exchange ideas, and collaborate and innovate. So, one of the I talked about this previously. I'm part of the AI Blueprint for Massachusetts and Boston. It is recognized as the most innovation density in the entire world. We have a heavy collaboration that goes on across generations, across various faculties, and from arts to design to engineering to science and research. Everybody like coming together and creating like new, literally creating a new world. So that is what we want to enable through this. That's why we called it Learning Labs. We want to uniquely shape it for India. And some of the focus areas for us would be emerging generative AI, agentic AI. The generative AI is now becoming applied primarily through agentic AI and AI agents. And we will also be focusing on healthcare, AI, agriculture, climate, finance, and infrastructure utilities, the areas that matters and impacts hundreds of millions of people, right? So that's what we will focus on. Learning labs are how we bring India AI's mission to life, right? Not just a metropolis like Hyderabad and New Delhi, but hopefully we bring our learnings all across India and hopefully all over the world. Why Learning Lab matters? I was reflecting back to almost 30 years ago, pre-internet. Uh, and when we graduated, we have like dreams, but when we come to the market realities were a little different. The opportunity was limited, and we don't know where we're going to get the job. However, with technology adoption, internet adoption, and in general information technology growth in India and worldwide, we experienced a tremendous amount of growth, a huge upliftment of a big rise of middle class, definitely in India and all over the world. And I think now it's kind of that moment. We see the AI is here. Previously, when I was talking about India not being seen in the top five AI contributors of the world, so it's something that we need to like really think about it and contribute a lot. If India does not build its own capacity in AI, in talent, in research, in ethics, we risk becoming dependent on external systems and narratives, right? We risk importing models that do not speak our languages, reflect our values, or serve our most valuable communities. But if we act with intent and urgency, we can lead the world not only in creating the compute dominance, but AI innovation, and most importantly, AI for humanity, because India always stands for what's right and ethics, and we have seen uh, the India stack uh, that is created in the past couple of decades as a model for nation digital infrastructure. So we have the ability to do that now with AI, but we have to move with urgency, primarily because we have more competition now. In the previous 25 years, we India is the only game in town, right? So everybody else is, well, of course, there was United States who was leading, but India was the game in the town beyond United States when it's related to the technology. In AI, there is a competition from our neighbor. So we have to act with urgency. And the good thing is we have the people, we have highly innovative minds, researchers, and passionate. We are passionate, we speak out, and we act. We now have national investment through India AI Mission. Uh, we have infrastructure being built. And with CAiRL, we now have a way to bring it all together into the living, breathing learning moment. So I invite you, if you are a student, join us. Bring your questions, your curiosity, your creativity. If you are an academician, partner with us. Let's bring these learnings into classrooms and institutions across India. If you are in industry, share your stories, mentor our learners, and co-create projects that matter, and and create products that matter to India and the world. If you are in policy, use this network at a ground level, listening and a listening post, a space where India's AI imagination is emerging in real time. Together, we can ensure that India's future in AI is not just powerful, but purposeful. We can make sure that when the world looks at AI leadership, it sees not just American or Chinese innovation, but Indian thought leadership, innovation, inclusion, and creativity. As I always say in my sessions, CAiRL's foundation needs all of us. We recently launched as part of the CAiRL initiative, which is it's part of one of the learning education initiatives. So we launched a podcast. And this is an automated podcast that we created as part of the learning series. So this truly uses AI and AI tools. It uses Google Notebook LM and ChatGPT and other social media tools. A lot of it is like automated and publishes daily news so that you can subscribe to it and keep up with your daily learning around AI, especially. Uh, I mean, you can just listen to it while, I don't know, before you sleep or when you wake up or on your commute or something, right? So but it just, our goal is to kind of like keep you updated. Every day there is a lot of information coming out and highlights are coming out. And as part of this automated podcast, we want to go deep dive into each topic, learn about it a little bit more. So that's our goal. So here is the AI podcast. Please feel free to subscribe and listen to it. And thank you for being here and welcome. And we're very, very excited. It's yeah, and looking forward to this, how this amazing series unfolds, and the thought leaders we're going to listen from and innovators we're going to uh, see like changing the world.
Thank you so much, Ram. And then thank you so much. That was very helpful to understand, especially people who don't know about what CAiRL is and what this AI education series are gonna be.
This is a forum for us to discuss and brainstorm. Probably I'll ask the first question. I would like people to kind of respond. Question is like, okay, what's your take on it? I mean, you are leading it, and how are you envisioning it evolving, and how do you see the series evolving?
So, from the Learning Lab series, or if you're talking about how AI is evolving on our regular day-to-day activities, it's definitely there, and there is no question that AI is gonna impact and make a impact on the way we do the things. And then we see already a lot of activities which are being done by AI rather than doing it manually. To make a simple example, maybe the way we write the notes or we take the meeting minutes, right? While we were talking, there are a lot of AI assistants now who will do it, and we really do not need to worry about taking the minutes. So there are many such examples. And even when we talk about the regular day-to-day activities, tracking your activities or looking at your time. I was reading one of the posts recently, and they mentioned that monitoring my calendar, freeing out my calendar, all that is being done by AI assistant now. And I was like, wow, that's great. And I personally spend at least few minutes time in the beginning of my day, and I was like, I want this AI assistant to do that for me, right? Who does not want that kind of? So there are many such things. These are the very simplest examples which I could quote, but definitely everyone has to understand where we can utilize AI in a more impactful way, so our we can do a lot more, and then we can have a better work-life balance as well. Ram, that's my take.
Thank you for sharing that. How to look at like bigger picture, like previously Mr. Neil Gogde talked about AlphaFold, which was responsible for designing all proteins, right? And now reshaping the global health. And recently, I was working on a project uh, and came across the company called like Happy Robot, which is automating the entire trucking and logistics industry, and freeing up like it's like a operational heavy like crazy task, and it's freeing up the people and making the life easier, and also and many examples, right? So in agriculture there's a precision agriculture in which there is a tremendous amount of application of AI that's changing how the agriculture is done at a small farmer to a large corporate farming level and everything in between.
So the first question what we have from Rajesh is, how can AI be effectively integrated into clinical research and clinical trial project management to enhance efficiency, data quality, and decision making? Are there any specific use cases or tools you would recommend exploring into this? Maybe my thought on it is definitely it is going to impact, especially on the clinical research. And when we talk about the clinical trial project management, there are a lot of activities which are being done manually, especially from the project management, to understand how the timelines are, how the different activities, the progresses, and all of it, right? So those things are the preliminary things which we look at it where AI can effectively make an impact. And also when it comes to enhancing the efficiency and the data quality, there are various tools, and definitely a lot of organizations are already using AI to make it faster and then have this data which can be put into different visualizations so that they can make faster decisions based on the data rather than going through lot of details manually in an Excel file or anything. Instead, there are a lot of visualization tools which are being introduced. And if you talk about any tools as such, I don't want to recommend any tool because a lot of organizations has various tools and systems which are being used, be it Power BI or Spotfire visualizations. There are a lot of other reporting tools because I come from a programming background. That's where I could relate it to all of that. But then there are various tools which are being in use from the different organizations, be it CROs or from pharma companies. Rajesh, anyone would like to add on anything?
A couple of AI, practitioners, here in in India, particularly in Hyderabad. So more importantly, if you look at, for small and medium enterprises, okay, so enterprise AI adoption is happening in the large organizations. If you look at, but innovation is happening in the small organizations, small companies, so they will use, this especially, generative AI or, small language models or, conversational AI. So these are the three pieces, together, which can help the small and medium enterprises in a large extent. Okay. So these in AI education series, mostly we are engaging with the students and then the researchers, and they should able to understand and see how they can or it's a career opportunity for them to joining an SME or mid-sized company. See, they are well aware of how this enterprise AI can be implemented in small and medium companies and how conversational AI can help them to grow their business. So this, I think, this piece, for the AI education series, it can help small and medium entrepreneurs and students and the researchers in a large extent. I think so. That how we can bring it onto the table. Ram, you have any thoughts on it?
They were comparing the data, what the priorities of large companies, and from 2023 to 2025, right? So the number one budget, the number one allocation for any company in 2025, on the top of their mind, and putting the dollars behind is generative AI and agentic AI, right? So and then when it comes to reality, basically they're still like trying to figure out like how to adapt it, right? So and then when it's on the analytics side, the concept of generative BI is like growing, right? So it's this is a dream of every tool. This is the promise by every tool until now, from reportings to the Power BIs to like everything in between. But Gen AI integrated with BI is truly changing that in the form of generative BI, where analysts can just go and ask a question in a natural language, and hopefully they get the answer. So that's where it's kind of like moving. And then Ram Mohan, related to the startups, yes, I mean startups have always led the innovation, right? Because they have like more leverage. They have more need more than leverage. They have a need to really innovate, do more with less. So startups are going to be big game changers, and I believe like India has some of the AI startups. India has some of the largest number of AI startups that have been launched in the last, been like work done in the last couple of years. We should see some of those groundbreaking startups that are changing the world in these learning sessions. We should listen from the founders and visionaries. These questions make guide us, right? So now you have a
Yes.
topic like who to look for.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
So
So when
so
it comes to agentic AI, see, agentic AI is far more distant. We can call it a dream. So as an organization, agentic AI comes so later. I should have a foundation AI, foundation this one in the first place. Then comes to the agentic AI as far as the enterprises or organizations are concerned. Is it true?
so when it comes to agentic AI, there are two ways to look at it, right? One is agentic AI. So agentic means there is agency, right? Until now, we have humans have to make decisions, or we are making calls. There are workflows where humans are involved. And when in agentic AI, some of these activities are done automatically, not fully autonomously, right? But to a certain level. So that means there is some agency, meaning they have the ability to act on their own. So that type of intelligence is built in. And then there is like AI agents. These AI agents are truly acting autonomously. You give them, so they almost like act like a human or a team of people, right? So where they can take a task and like do it. At this point of time, both are evolving, but agentic for agentic AI, are AI agents to function. You are absolutely right. The data is like the most important. If you so that's why when you look at any large enterprises, the most important activity that they are doing is making sure all their data is streamlined. Now there are more data engineering project work that is going on, more initiatives that are going on, right, than the AI initiatives themselves, right? So the people are like leapfrogging and like adapting it. And when it's related to the agentic AI or AI agents, uh, startups are definitely leading the way, but the challenge for them is the data, right? They have to train. Like without the right data, they don't they work. And in that space, there is a lot of synthetic data initiatives that are coming up. Like a lot of agents are being trained on synthetic data, and then like bring them into the organizations and operationalize them with uh, basically like and masked data and then put them in the real data. So this is all like evolutionary process. I would say in the next 2 years we will this space is moving really fast. In the next couple of years we'll see we will see like what we're seeing in my screen, like basically there is a autonomous robots as part of the AI agents as part of the organizational hierarchy. So humans and agents like working together.
Like, agentic AI in the first place to, implement it. Organization should have the basic AI foundation should be there. They should have a basic AI, practice, should be there either in the form of, generative AI or, whatever they have. And then on top of it, they can start, implementing, so whatever, agentic AI or conversational AI, whatever, needs to be or, customized to their organization's requirement.
We have a couple of questions, Ram. Your thoughts on AI confident errors and how can we reduce AI's confident errors?
Priya, like if you don't mind, can you clarify a little bit about the context?
Basically related to the hallucinations while in the
Mm-hmm.
LLMs and all using it. Like suppose we can take the example of Clara or some kind of LLMs that which it is being using, where we could see some kind of like in the confidential tone, but we do get the responses very like the fake responses, not really the correct response from it. So those are something like the confident errors. So how can we reduce them?
So that's a good question. See, there is a big difference between the enterprise technology and the generative AI, right? So basically, enterprise technology is what we call like deterministic, meaning you know for sure every single time you get the same answer, right? In the generative AI, the name itself says it generates, right? It just makes stuff up, right? It doesn't care, right? You ask a question, it just makes stuff up, right? So that's what it is. Even now, there is no 100% response when you have a generative AI, right? It's always so it's like almost like humans. We don't always have like the 100% right answer, right? So similar to that, right? It's they don't have 100% right answer. But like now, how do you make it deterministic, or how do you reduce the errors is an important question, and that is where the technology is evolving. The first level where it is evolved is like RAG, right? RAG applications, meaning the technology architecture has generative concepts, and then that the processing is integrated with our relational databases, the traditional way of like doing things. So both these are like combined together, so that you get like a deterministic or like basically accurate response. And also one of the important pieces to reduce the errors is human, like basically it has to be supervised by a human, right? We humans know when something is generated, whether it is right or wrong, right? So now you get an answer. Now this is where some of the process comes in, right? Some we humans, like we look at it and we say this is right or wrong. If it is right, then it can go and sit in a database. It could be relational to Vertex, all kinds of databases are there. It goes, sits in there. And the way when the similar question or same question comes next time, the system, the architectures allows to bring the same answer. If they don't have that answer, it's going to generate something, and humans have to like correct it. So that's why it's a combination of AI and humans like working together to make it to reduce those errors. And especially these are even more important in life in healthcare and areas like that, because sometimes there is a life on the line.
Okay.
I hope that answers your question.
And thank you so much, Priya, for that question, because that actually gives us a thought that maybe we should do an elaborative session on this particular topic in our upcoming series. So the question from Mr. Vijay Sri Kumar is, how can he be a member of CAiRL and associate with CAiRL? And what support can he get from CAiRL for the above mentioned projects or the points?
What you are doing.
Yeah, I'm about to say that, Ram. So, Vijay Shri, we can definitely collaborate further with you. I'll connect with you to understand how can we have you as part of this AI education working group, considering you come from ECE department as a professor, because as part of the AI education working group, we have few plans on how can we help the students, the academia, the professors with the help of AI. Maybe your inputs would be very valuable, and let's connect offline to discuss that further and see how can you contribute on this. And when we are talking, it's just definitely not one way. It could be both ways, right? While you're contributing to it, it's just not only for your college or for your department. Maybe you have great ideas which can help a wider audience.
Basically, it has to be for all over India. It's not only just for our college. It's
Absolutely.
basically skills. There's a huge gap between the industry and academia.
Mm-hmm.
We should bring up the faculty first before the students.
Absolutely. So there is an effort to discuss with the faculty, with the professors, to even understand the curriculum, and if we need to redesign the curriculum with the collaboration of the professors, there is a plan for that as part of the working group, Vijayashri. So let us connect on it and see how can we have you part of it and take your inputs and take it from there. Thank you. I think that was all our questions. And if there are any further questions, feel free to reach us out. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Ram. I know it's very early for you. Appreciate your time. Thanks for all the great questions. Those whoever have put all that. And that's a lot of thought for us also to include the next topics in the upcoming series.